Hello, it's Mark. Welcome to a Scotch Sunday Whiskey Review. And today we have a Glendronach. This is the Kingsman. This is the second edition they released. This is a 29-year-old. The first one was a 25-year-old. This is a 29-year-old. Anyway, there was of this one. There was a few more bottles in this one than the other one. I think there was like a little over 3,000 bottles of this one. It was released in September of 2020. It is 50.1% ABV, natural color, no chill filtration. They picked the 6 best casks from a 1999 batch of Oloroso casks with a final maturation in PX. So this is done in both PX and Oloroso. Matthew Vaughn, director and the writer of the movie The Kingsman, Golden Circle. Glendronach is his favorite whiskey, and I understand I don't know. Anyway, so, okay, so, let's see. I do need to open it, but I gotta figure out which one to open. So this one is bottle number 90, not that it matters, really doesn't, because, I don't have, like, bottle number 1 or 2, so 96... That's 104. These are 95 and 96, so I like the 2 that are in sequence. This one's out of sequence, so I'm going to open this one. Besides, let's see, the wax seal cracked yesterday, so I'm going to go ahead and open this one. We don't need all that wax. So, this is really dark. Okay. So, okay, Glendronach means Valley of the Brambles. It's a Highland single malt Scotch founded in 1826 by James Allardyce. He was kind of marketed his Scotch to the ladies of the evening of Aberdeen, and they in turn introduced it to their customers. So it's kind of like came from the red light district of Scotland in Aberdeenshire, and they did not release single malts till 1968. They were actually closed from 1996 till 2002, I believe. I think that's right. In 2015, they were one of the 2005, they were one of the last remaining coal-fired heat source to dry their malt, but they had to eventually switch over to gas. In 2008, they were purchased by the Ben Riach Group, which was Ben Riach, Glenglassaugh, and Glendronach. In 2016, they were then the whole group was purchased by Brown Forman. And what else can I tell you? They say Glendronach was one of the first to do finishes. Not sure that who was first. They never say who was first, but anyway, originally it was Billy Walker was the master blender, and now it is Rachel Berry. I don't know who did this bottle, but there's no signature on. Oh no, Rachel Berry did these. Okay, so yeah, Rachel Berry did these. They have 4 stills, 2 wash, and 2 spirit. Produced about 350,000 gallons of whiskey per year. They never used to color or chill filter. However, I don't know if that's changing or not. I hear back and forth that it is, that it isn't, so I don't really know. Anyway, this case is pretty nice. It's got a little bit of a texture to it. Can show that to you on the front, and you open it up. Why don't I open it from the correct side? So there you go, and you open it up. It's got all this in there, and there's the bottle behind there. So we'll go ahead and read that. Let's first show you how dark this really is. That is natural color. That's like I want to say that's probably one of the darkest whiskeys, apart from maybe Balcones and Lone Elm. Other than Texas whiskeys, that's the darkest Scotch I think I've ever seen. So there you go in the glass. That is so dark. Okay, I'm going to roll that again. I didn't really give myself a generous pour, but that's okay. So this says it's exactly the same. As you can see, pull this little fold out, it's the same. So I can just read you the bottle, and I don't think there's really anything on the bottle other than saying it's a 1989, aged 29 years, 50.1% ABV, bottle number 104 of 3052, matured in the finest Oloroso and PX casks. This says, all right, founded in 1826, the Glendronach Distillery is revered by whiskey connoisseurs for its dedication to exceptional craft and fine sherry casks, a commitment carried forth for nearly 200 years. Like the Kingsman Creed, our values have remained constant, passed down through the generations. Impossible perfection built on unshakable tradition. Using time-honored skills, each batch of the Glendronach Highland single malt Scotch whiskey is crafted to the same high standards established by our pioneering founder, James Oloroso. The Glendronach's rich, robust spirit undergoes a lengthy maturation in Spanish oak cask, which once held Pedro, Ximenez, and Oloroso sherry. Just as it has always done. These patient endeavors create the Glendronach signature style, deeply sherried, elegant, and full-bodied to the last. The Glendronach Kingsman edition 1989, created to mark the release of the films The Kingsman, and it encapsulates the style beautifully. It has been crafted by the Glendronach master blender Rachel Berry in collaboration with the Kingsman film series producer, writer, and director Matthew Vaughn. The Glendronach is being his single malt Scotch whiskey of choice, matured in Oloroso sherry casks with a final maturation in PX casks from Spain. This 29-year-old vintage has rich sherried and complex with enduring finish. 6 of the finest casks from 1989, one of our most exclusive vintages, has been meticulously selected and married for the exceptional character. Only a small number of casks from the 1989 remain in the warehouses at the Glendronach Distillery, and each bottle of this vintage's release is carefully hand-numbered to reflect its rarity. This exceptional vintage is the same age as the whiskey held in the oldest bottles of the Glendronach housed at the Glendronach Distillery. A 29-year-old whiskey bottled in 1913, just before the outbreak of the First World War. That rare bottle, now over a century old, was gifted to the distillery and remains unopened as a mark to respect the fallen friends. Okay. James Oloroso founded his quietly revolutionary Glendronach Distillery in 1826, deep in the Forg Valley of Aberdeenshire. He pursued a singularly Highland style, expertly distilled in small batches. James also inspired sherry cask maturation. Today, we uphold James's decree no matter the difficulty or expense involved in securing a supply of PX and Oloroso casks from Spain. Just as the Kingsman upholds the standards on which it was founded, our founder's tireless pursuit of perfection is as much alive today as the Glendronach Distillery. For the Glendronach 1989 Kingsman edition single malt Scotch whiskey, we have chosen 6 of the finest casks from 1989, one of the rarest vintages in the warehouse. Glendronach's robust spirit has matured in Oloroso casks and developed a rich character before final maturation of PX. Okay, yeah, it's just going on and on about the same stuff. Okay, non-chill filter, natural color. Okay. One more roll. Let's see what we get. Definitely get some, again, that Oloroso, can taste that Oloroso sherry, that more of that nuttiness, but I get the fruit too from the PX. Like figs. I do get some fresh citrus. I get a lot of chocolate. Okay, that's what I get. it says anything on here. It says plum skin, berries. Yeah, maybe some berries. Leather, musk, cedar wood. I mean, yeah, I can get the I get it, the berries. But I'm more like raisins, figs, dates, dark chocolate. Wood. There's certainly get that woodiness, but I get more of the nuttiness from the Oloroso. Does it say anything about nuts? So sherry shook walnut and vintage leather. But it's very nutty. Oloroso sherry. Okay. Okay. Thick. Red berries, dried fruit, cedar wood, malty chocolate, deep flavors, coffee. I don't really get the leather. I do get tobacco, if I'm supposed to. I don't even know, but wow. That taste is phenomenal. It says dense autumn fruits with date fig rolling into black winter truffle, raisins, and cocoa. Yeah, that is chocolate. Syrupy, thick on the mouth, woody. Yeah, coffee, cedar wood. It's really the wood that I get there. I'm getting more. Now I'm getting some of that chocolate on the palate. Chocolate and the figs and raisins. That's really good. Thick cedar wood, coffee, chocolate, more bitter chocolate, not real spicy. I wouldn't have picked this at 50.1. This really tastes lower ABV than that. Syrupy, very good. That's certainly a good one there. I'm going to go with a 9 on that. That is really good. Wow. All right, we'll see you next time.